Brandon Zachary with Comic Book Resources, and I'm here with some of the cast and creatives behind Archer ahead of the 13th season of the show.
Yay! 13? Who knew?
Lucky 13.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
It's also my agent name.
And thank you all for coming and speaking with me. Honestly, huge fan of the show, so I'm very, very excited to see how you guys destroy an entire new organization and ruin it immediately. Because coming into this new year, we're seeing the agency kind of step into a very, very new position. The status quo always shifts on Archer, but now there's going to be an actual system of authority trying to rein in these characters. What excited you the most, kind of coming in and knowing that was going to be the direction for season 13?
The status quo answer is exactly right. I mean, you hit the nail on the head, which is like, we don't like to stay in the same territory. So each season, we try to make it different and unusual, but it's still at the same time recognizable. And this season, we're going to be part of IIA underneath Fabian's kind of thumb. Would you say, Case?
Yeah.
Passing the mic!
Yeah, you got the talking mic now.
Yeah, exactly. But then how does the gang, deal with that? Because they have proven that, just like us, they don't like authority. And also Fabian's kind of playing with them a bit, like seeing who out of here can I manipulate? Who's going to be the leader? And kind of holding that above their heads, and that's causing a lot of tension.
We have no idea what happens on the show. We just kind of come in and say our lines and then wander off with a pocket full of candy that we purloined from the sound facility. Yeah, exactly.
Years later, it feels like. And then I'm like, oh, this happened? I don't remember anything usually.
I know, I'm the same way. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that. But it makes it more fun because I'd be like, yeah, that's right, that happened. Yeah.
We're artists, man.
Yeah. They can't make us know stuff.
No, hell no.
Are there times when you've watched the show and then a line comes out of your character's mouth and you're like, I never remember saying that?
Every single time. And then sometimes we'll record and Casey will be like, I'll be like, what's this line? He's like, oh, remember you said it like 2 episodes ago. I'm like, who is this? Who am I talking to? Where am I? It keeps the show really fresh. I think the only people who have everything in their heads are you guys, and we're just
And lucky.
Lucky knows everything.
I do know. Okay, so I was really excited this season to work for IIA because Krieger with a budget is just Krieger unbridled. But the sticks in the mud at IIA won't let Krieger do his dark science because they're all a bunch of dweebs.
Season 13, Krieger's Revenge.
Yeah, that's 14, I hope, if there's going to be one.
I will say, just going off what everybody else said, it's really interesting to have a television show that's been on the air so long because you do go back and you see something from season 1 or season 2, and you really honestly have absolutely no memory of that ever happening. You know that you spent, Casey and I will spend, with every episode, we'll spend months on it and see it multiple times over and over and over again as it goes through the process of going from animatic to animation. So you see that thing so many times, and then to watch it and go like, oh my God, there's parts of my brain missing.
You know what's crazy is that we're working with a lot of new writers, and that's exciting. But to have one writer go, oh, I grew up on Archer.
Oh God, we had that happen this year. Somebody told us they grew up on our show.
So
We're
I
like,
mean,
go yourself.
a guy in his mid-20s, I've been watching Archer since I was 13 or whatever.
This is an insult. This
And
is
now
a
he's
deep
working for it, but
and
it's like-
cutting insult.
I think it's wonderful.
Apparently, one of us is well-adjusted, comfortable with aging. The rest of us are fighting and going down like scratching, hissing cats.
Dying of the lights.
That's the actual subtitle for this season.
Yes.
That's the subtitle for everything in Krieger's life. Dying of the lights.
A world of darkness is a world of happiness, friends.
Aisha and Chris, you guys really do get this season with IIA. On paper, it should be a perfect fit for Lana and Cyril. On paper, having that structure would be great. However, these characters don't really exist on paper, even though it is animated. What excited you about getting to see this and that element? Do you think those two characters could they fit in at IIA?
I think they might have been able to. Yeah, between Cyril's business acumen and Lana's badassery. I think they could have made a run at it. but I don't remember what happens in the season. So maybe we did for a minute. I don't know. Cyril, like
All things you succeed and fail and succeed and fail.
exactly. That's the story of the life of Archer.
I do think that for both Cyril and Lana, they are both rule followers as a means to an end. They're not robots. Maybe Cyril's a little bit more robotic than Lana, but I think they both have also had all these opportunities to kind of break architecture. I mean, like Cyril was the dictator of a banana republic, and a drug dealer, and so I don't know that I think like those brief tastes of like power and ultimate freedom have tainted him for corporate structure at this point, even if he doesn't know it. Like I think he strains at his limitations a little bit because he's looking around and he's like, well, I could run this place much more efficiently than all these people. And as for Lana, I mean, she's like an Ivy League graduate and like a kind of a apple polisher, but she's been destroyed by this group of people. I don't think that she could ever go back to like a corner office. If you are doing hand signals behind me, Matt, I will murder you.
I was thinking about what college did Lana go to?
Oh, she went to Dartmouth.
Oh, why is that, Lana?
Because Aisha Tyler went to Dartmouth. Yeah. Went to an Ivy League school and then became a professional clown. So suck it, Mom and Dad.
What did you study?
I was a political science. That was my minor, Matt. That was my minor, Matt. Thank you. I majored in political science, and apparently I minored in ass.
I'm so sorry.
It's a good minor. It's a really good minor.
It's actually an independent study minor. I had to actually build it from scratch and then pitch it to my department head, and I was able to convince them with original sources and some field research. Yes, absolutely, yes. Magna cum laude.
I was gonna say Lana's flaw is that she has ideals.
Yes,
Right?
she's moralistic and she kind of wants to do things the right way. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So like, she could follow the rules, but then she's got that little whatever it is on her shoulder going like, this isn't you. How is this helping the environment or whatever?
And also, like, I think that like you could follow a certain set of rules if you thought that they were like a means to like a positive end. But most corporate rules are just about like, the man keeping you under his thumb. So she wouldn't really enjoy that.
I want to say like almost too that Lana and Cyril are the two characters with ethics of any form whatsoever.
Questionable.
You know what I mean? Like nobody else in the crew really is ethical in any way, shape, or form except those two. And I think that's what IIA probably appeals. I think Cyril would fit into that world the most, although probably 3 years on, he would be miserable and miss the old gang because he does yearn for a life of adventure and more. Like he's a guy that dwells in his comfort zone very easily, and Lana, I think, is the caring mother of the group, and that's where her ethics are strong for the group. They're both better suited with the agency, but ethically seduced by IIA. You're welcome.
Let's take it back to the bullshit we were doing before.
I also long for a life of adventure.
Buy
It's okay.
a boat or a mule.
You're in San Diego. Get a boat.
Get on a mule and
Join the
start
Navy.
riding.
Join the Navy.
I'm so sorry. Who in this group thinks that buying a mule is
do.
adventurous?
A life of adventure.
Oh my, yes, you can clop at a very slow pace to the corner store for a gallon
Do
of
you know
milk.
how many windmills are out there ready to be fought?
None, Lucky,
Are
none.
you kidding? Have you been to Holland? Mules
I
can
know,
swim.
Lucky, and neither have you.
Oh, that's true.
But that's why he wants to go on the adventure.
I live in Holland in my mind.
That's true.
I'm a wooden shoe man at heart.
That is true.
Now, as opposed to Cyril and Lana, we also have Krieger and Pam, who could not be constrained by a single force on Earth. What forms of authority do you think could contain them, or is that just like trying to Sisyphus push a boulder up a hill that's just going to get his knees kicked out as soon as they try and move?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know, Lucky, what could contain Krieger?
I do. It would probably not be a force on Earth, but he would. If there were a dark demonic master that rose from the depths, he would happily serve.
Where is this going?
He would happily serve a great old one from the depths, perhaps a madness-inducing elder god that he could possibly serve and bring new souls to.
Lucky Yates is in the right.
Lucky, we're talking about your character, not about you. I just want. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
Krieger. No, Krieger. No, there's nobody. Nobody can contain him. How about Pam?
I don't think anybody can contain Pam either. I feel like she just does what she wants, but she can get away with it because she's like, hey, just me, Pam. You know, I don't think anybody can contain her.
Maybe a new love interest.
Oh, does she have one this season? I don't remember.
Does she?
Oh, she does. I forgot. I forgot all about it. It is exciting.
It is exciting.
I totally forgot. Now I remember.
Yeah, it's sexy.
Yeah. Not contained, but like more just like it's like bumpers on the lane when you're bowling. It's like just kind of helping you around, you know, helping you make good choices. Exactly. You just won't go in the gutter. Yeah. Yeah.
I also think we are starting to run low on time. This has been I love an interview that does not allow me to ask questions because those are the best ones. Make my job much
Those,
easier for
sir,
everybody.
are the Archer Cast specialty.
Oh.
We just talk to each other until people tire of us and beg us to go.
I just can't. I don't think I will get yelled at if I try to keep you guys in because I'm just going to pull up a chair and just sit back and watch. Thank you all so much for coming in. Honestly, love the show. I'm so excited for the new year. I cannot wait to talk to you all again. Have a good rest of all of these.